You are listening to Productivity Straight Talk with your host, Amber De La Garza. Amber is a sought-after productivity coach, trainer, speaker, and writer who gives entrepreneurs the straight talk on personal productivity. No BS, fluff, or overused jargon. Just actionable strategies to get results and succeed in business. And here is your host, Amber De La Garza, the Productivity Specialist.
Welcome, and thank you for listening to Productivity Straight Talk. Today is episode 264. Got operational efficiency? If you're a business owner who wants to learn effective business strategies, improve your time management, and elevate your productivity to maximize profits, reduce stress, and make time for what matters most, then you're in the right place, and I'm so glad you joined me today. Today, we're going to be diving into the topic of creating operational efficiency so you can create more efficiency in the areas of your business that will provide the biggest impact so that you can increase profits and reduce stress of running your business. Before we jump in, though, today, I wanted to share with you my Leverage Lab coaching program. Inside Leverage Lab, we have business coaching, training, and accountability. If you've been thinking about getting support in 2023 in your business, even specifically around creating business systems, operational efficiency, building your team, leading your team so that they are working efficiently, leading yourself so that you are showing up and working your most efficient self, then I invite you to check out my Leverage Lab program. You can do so by heading on over to amberdelagarza.com/leverage lab. Again, that's amberdelagarza.com/leverage lab. And now let's get to the straight talk. So let's begin with, what is operational efficiency? Well, one definition is that operational efficiency in a business context is the degree to which an organization can deliver its goods and services with minimal waste, meaning waste of time, energy, effort, labor, supplies, etc. But why is it important? We hear that we want to be more efficient. We hear people saying we need to create operational efficiency. We know that we want to work our most efficient selves, but really, why does that matter? And I'm going to share with you a little bit about what I believe is really important for you in your business all the time. And then I'm going to share with you why I think this is really important right now in this current economy and where our businesses, small businesses, are sitting. If you do not have operational efficiency, you can be unbelievable at delivering your services. You can even increase your revenue by multiples. You can land that next big client. You could have tons of dream clients. You could even have a wait list. However, if you lack operational efficiency, no matter how hard you work to provide those great services to your clients, it's like having a ton of little holes in your boat. No matter how fast you're rowing, your boat is still going to sink in a matter of time. This is true in any market, in any economy, in any industry. We always want to be running our most efficient selves. Now, what is the connection between running efficiently and profitability? There are two main ways you can create more profitability in your business. One is that you sell more, right? You have more clients, you can raise your rates, your marketing can work, you can serve more clients. But another way to increase your profitability is to run a more efficient business. And in any time, in any economy, I think both is incredibly important. But right now, with what we're hearing with a recession, and let me tell you, we are already well into it, in my opinion, the recession, as you're a small business owner, or even if you are just a family going to the grocery store, getting eggs and gas, you know the economy has changed. Well, there's good news. It won't last forever. But the reality is we are right in the middle of it. And many people are driven by what they're hearing in the media and what they're hearing from their friends and what they're hearing at dinner parties. And this is the topic of conversation. And I don't want you to make business decisions based on fear. I want you to be able to approach your business, approach the day with confidence because you have a plan. And I think that a great plan is to focus right now in your business when it may be a little bit slower. The phones may not be ringing as much. This is a wonderful time to be focusing on building the foundation of your business, or in another way, patching the holes in your boat. Because the second way to create increased profits is to have a more efficient business. So if you just did what you did last year in revenue, but you increased your operational efficiency, you would probably most likely see it on your P&L with increased profits. If you are currently in a place where you see that your income might be coming down, so that's your revenue, your top line, your sales, may have decreased year over year, it is true that you could be more profitable even if your top line revenue decreased by just focusing on how to run a more efficient business. Now, as a reminder, efficiency will save not just, supplies, that's a great place, but let's talk about the time of you, but the time of your team. So how does that show up? One, if your team is running more efficiently, you're paying less in labor. So you're paying your employees less to get more work done that you're able to charge the same amount for. And if you are working more efficiently, you are able to also generate more business. You can build your business. So this will give you time to work on your business, not just in your business, when you have operational efficiency. So, in any context, whenever you're listening to this episode, operational efficiency is important and important always. In a market with so much uncertainty, I think operational efficiency is the place to be focusing on and double down on in your business. But I got good news for you. I have a 2-part episode where we're going into all things operational efficiency. So let's continue with today's episode, and then you make sure that you tune into next week's episode where I give you a behind the scenes look into the operational efficiency that it takes to run my business, why I think those things are important, how we created those efficiencies, to give you real world examples of places that you can start creating operational efficiency in your own business. You can create operational efficiency in many different areas of your business. In fact, I would think that almost any area of your business can be more efficient. So today I'm going to share some ideas of where you can create more operational efficiency so that you can increase profits and reduce the stress of running your business. The first place that I want to start with in your business on how to create operational efficiency is to switch from being reactive to being proactive in your business. By playing offense instead of defense all the time. When you are able to play offense, you are more likely able to prepare for any unknown changes in the marketplace, in your industry, and honestly, in your personal life. If you play offense, you will be much more empowered to handle anything that's coming your way. So a great place to start with that is planning. Planning your year, planning your quarters, planning your weeks, and planning your days. By having a solid plan, you are able to start off with being in the offensive, right? You've got a plan. And when that plan doesn't go exactly as planned, you will be much better equipped to pivot and shift and show up with plan B. Next, You can create operational efficiency in your schedule and routines. Now, I think that we can audit all of our time, like where we spend our time in every aspect of our business. But if you want one place to get started with regards to your own efficiency, I think you should be looking at your schedule and routines. And when I say schedule, I mean, when are you available? When are you actually working? How can clients book you? What are your morning routines? What are your evening routines? Are you keeping a consistent schedule in that you're showing up to work at the same time every day, or the same time Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and maybe it's a different time Tuesday and Thursday? You really want to take an audit of your time and create efficiency with how you are utilizing that time. Next, operational efficiency can be found in spatial organization. Spatial organization is the organization of all the spaces in front of you and around you. So that's going to be your desk. It's going to be your office place. It could be your car if you work out of your car a lot and you're going from appointment to appointment. What is your spatial organization? This will also include if you have paper clutter, physical clutter in your office space. You are losing time. You know, I never want to equate organization or being organized with productivity because, as you know, I define productivity as investing your best time into your best activities. And it is true that someone that may be disorganized, quote unquote, can be productive, right? They're choosing to invest their best time into their best activities. But when we're looking through the context of operational efficiency, if you are wasting time looking for things instead of doing your high-value activities, that is incredibly inefficient. If your spatial environment, so your office, your workspace, is so cluttered that it doesn't allow you to actually focus and get your best work done, that's also incredibly inefficient. And we want more efficiency in that area. Another place you can look in your business to create operational efficiency is digital organization. Digital organization is going to be your inbox. It's going to be your cloud storage or your server. Where are you saving your client files? How do they get organized? How does the team access them? Again, just like if you can't find something in your office or you can't find the keys to get out of your house to get to the office, digital organization is very much the same. If you are looking for a document to send to a client, attach to an email, share with a teammate, and you can't find it, you are wasting precious and valuable time. And that can be solved by having proper digital organization and SOPs around how you and your team file and save documents so that it can be found by anybody. Another place you can look in your business is your task and project management system and processes. Now, I believe that as a small business, no matter what industry you're in, you have tasks to manage and projects to manage, whether they're your clients' projects or they're your business projects that are those projects that grow your business. You really need a good task and project management system. Here at Productivity Straight Talk, I recommend ClickUp. There are also other great programs out there. Another very popular one is Asana. Whatever it is, are you using it efficiently? Now, you may say, yes, I have ClickUp, or yes, I have Asana, or yes, I have Trello. But have you and your team taken the time to really get the most out of that program so that you can truly maximize the efficiency that comes with it? You know, a good task and project management system should be your primary communication between you and your team. It should be the place that you go to plan your days and your weeks. It's the place that you should be able to trust that everything that you need to do and focus on is in there so that you can prioritize properly. So if you're not quite using any project management system, or you're not using the project management system to its full capabilities, this is a great place to look at how can you create improved operational efficiency. Marketing. This is a very important area for every single business. Marketing is letting the world know what it is you do and how you can help them. In a time when you're looking to create more operational efficiency, it's going to be really important that you're taking a look at what's working and what's not working. Many times in small businesses, we're doing things just to do them, and we're doing them because the person next to us is doing it, or a friend said to do it, or the big I should do it, quote unquote. But the truth is that when you're looking to create operational efficiency, you should only be doing the marketing efforts that are getting results, a return on your investment of money paid, and a return on investment of the time spent to get that marketing out to the world. Next, sales. Operational efficiency with sales could really be all about what is your process of not just attracting, that's marketing, you're attracting the leads, but how do you filter those leads? How do you get them to get on your calendar? Like, are the right people getting on your calendar for those sales calls, discovery calls, consultations? Have you looked at improving your sales skills so that you can talk to the same amount of people, but increase your conversion rate by closing more of those people? If you talk to 10 people and 10 people, it was 30 minutes each, that's 5 hours. And if your conversion rate is low, you're going to have to do another 5 hours. But if you actually focused on getting the right people on the call with you and improving your own sales skills, you could talk to those same 10 people, the same 5 hours, and double your income. It's a great place to focus on for operational efficiency. Those are just some of the ideas around sales. This brings me to our next area, which is your clients. How are you serving your clients? How are you onboarding your clients? Is it efficient? Are you being proactive? Do you have SOPs in place that the minute a client says, yes, I want to work with you, that you and your team know all the steps to ensure that client's being well taken care of? The one thing that many of you are spending most of your time in right now is servicing your clients. Most of the listeners here at Productivity Straight Talk are not selling widgets, you are selling services. And so if you're looking for a place that had the biggest impact on operational efficiency, your whole onboarding and servicing your clients, how you deliver that service and that process, if you get that moving so efficiently, you got all the steps documented, everybody on your team is well trained, you're using your project management system to do so, you will create so much more efficiency in the business because so much of your time is already being invested in servicing your clients. And I will say that there's a bonus here of having operational efficiency when servicing your clients. And the bonus is not just that you'll create more profitability because it's going to take less hours and time and mistakes and errors and, filtering phone calls and text messages because your clients want to know what's going on. Yes, that gets solved with a really good process of serving your client. But the bonus is when your clients are served at a high level because there's systems and processes in place, you're more likely to get referrals. And referrals from past clients are the best referrals. They're usually highly qualified. The person on the other end of the call is generally not interviewing someone else because they're going off of the word of a trusted friend and referral. And so getting this in place is almost like you're doubling down on the results of increasing your profits and most definitely decreasing your stress. If you looked at your business and where you thought the most amount of holes that were in your boat that were causing the most issues, I bet you're going to find it around servicing your clients. Next, communication with clients. Now, this is just like an extension of the client's conversation, but when you have a proper process of communicating clearly with your clients about what they can expect, about how they can reach out to you, about where you're at in delivering the services, again, you're putting yourself in a very proactive position instead of reactive. It's going to cut down on those, pokes at you via email and text messages and phone calls, wondering what is going on with the work that they're doing with you. Having a well thought out and consistent way of communicating with your clients will definitely create more efficiency because it will be done when it's a good time for you, not reacting to whenever the client decides to reach out to you, which is almost never a good time for you, right? So to continue the conversation about servicing the clients is around customer service. So if you've onboarded a client, you've served the client, you're communicating with the client, what about when the client has an issue, a challenge? What is your process for handling those? These customer service processes almost always show up as fires. And fires meaning that they are urgent and sometimes important, but not always. They may be incredibly important to the client. And so they want an answer now. They want your attention on this thing now. But it may not be the most important thing in your business. However, it will always take priority over almost anything else that you had planned that day. So, do you have a way in which you are consistently handling customer service? And then lastly, around clients is offboarding. You don't want to nail the onboarding and servicing the clients and delivering the services and communicating with them and then just miss the boat on how do you properly offboard a client? Do you have operational efficiency around archiving their folder, closing out their files, sending them a thank you email or a gift, asking for the referral? If you don't have efficiency, then my guess is that that's happening sporadically at best, so you're not getting really good results. And it's going to then, watch this is where the dots get connected. If you don't have operational efficiency here, this is when you start getting disorganization in your physical space. So do you have past client files sitting on your floor stacked up? Do you have files in your digital file system that have not been, archived or put into a past client folder? And so when you go to look for a client folder, you're scrolling through all of these past clients you don't need to be looking at. This is all connected. And so when you start working on one area in your business to create operational efficiency, it most definitely has this rippling effect on improving other areas of your business with more efficiency. Next, I want to transition into people. So as small business owners, people are so important to our business, to achieving our goals. And so do you have operational efficiency, meaning do you have a process to hire? In fact, I have an episode. I will make sure we link out to it. I don't have the episode number right now, but it has something to do like always be ready to hire. And that in that episode, what I shared with you is that if you have a solid process and system put into place to hire, it really puts you in a really solid place of minimizing the risk of a couple things. One, you have an employee that just decides to quit on you. So if you have an employee that just one day decides to not show up and quit, if you don't have those processes in place, it's harder to push that boulder uphill and make that higher, right? Because you're thinking, oh my gosh, I got to start from scratch with the systems, the job description, the questions, the ad. How do I actually onboard the employee? That project will feel so overwhelming that you may push it off. You may just freeze and do nothing, right? Take no action at all. And in reality, what I want you to be is armed with a process so that you can efficiently move through hiring someone to make that replacement. And the other, and I go much more detail into this in the other episode. Again, we'll link it in the show notes. And you can find the show notes by clicking the notes icon anywhere in the app, or you can head on over to amberdelagarza.com/264. But the second thing is that what if you want to let somebody go? And I see this so often is that the business owner feels like their hands are tied behind their back because they know the person they have on their team is not the best fit. And it could be for varied reasons, but almost all the reasons create inefficiency, right? Think they're not trained, they're not good at their job, they have a bad attitude, they're showing up late, they're calling out. That's a lot of inefficiency with somebody on your team. And as small business owners, everyone on our team has a huge impact on the success because we're small business owners, we're small teams. And so when you have a process that you can be like, and I'm ready to hire, check, here's all the steps it takes, and I'm moving through that confidently, you will be more likely to move through that decision that inevitably has to be made because you feel more prepared to step through that. So next around people is, do you have operational efficiency around your team meetings? Do your team meetings run efficiently? Is there an agenda? Is everybody in attendance contributing and should be in that meeting? Or is everybody getting out of the meeting what it is they need to be successful in their role when they go back to their desk and start working for the week? We really want to create efficiency in these meetings because if you were to, and I don't know if you have, but if you haven't, this would be a really good exercise to do. Take the hourly rate of everyone on your team that's in that team meeting and multiply it for how long that meeting's running. Is it an hour? Is it an hour and a half or 2 hours? Do you know how much those team meetings are costing you as the business owner? And are you doing it on a weekly basis? So then you multiply it by how many weeks there are in a month. And if you had that dollar amount in front of you, I bet you would approach those team meetings a bit differently. I bet it would be much more efficient. And then that leads me to, how are you leading your team? Are you efficiently communicating to them? Are you able to delegate clearly to them? Are you leading your team in a way that inspires them to show up their best? Are you creating a culture within your company that the employees are like, I am invested. I want to do my best. I am rooting for the company. And that really comes from how are you leading the team? And thus this rippling effect of how your team members are showing up and working in the business. Next, this one is a big one, and I think it's all around the financial process, the financials. Do you have operational efficiency? Meaning, are you creating systems around your bookkeeping? Do you have someone that's doing bookkeeping? Are you getting your reports, your balance sheet, your profit and loss on a regular basis? Do you have the time on your schedule to be looking at your P&L and your cash flow? And, are you regularly looking at clients that have balances due? Having even a little bit of this process and organization around your financials will flip the script, which is an episode I just did. That's a whole nother episode, but it will literally flip the script on how you view financials. So if you're currently like, oh my gosh, like I don't like the numbers, or I don't even know if I'm profitable, and you're saying I need to be more profitable, but how do I know if that's actually happening in the business? You have got to have a system around the financials. And it's okay if you don't know. You need to find somebody that can teach you how to read the financials, and then you create a system around regularly reviewing them. When you have the data, the numbers, you are able to confidently move through decision making. And as a business owner, as the CEO of your business, you are making decisions all the time. Little ones, big ones, very important ones. How do you make decisions in your business? Do you drag your feet? Do you hem and haw? Do you talk to other people? Do you avoid making business decisions? If that's true, I would bet that if you understood your financials and you were regularly looking at them, I bet that's going to be a piece of the puzzle, that the data and information you need to more confidently move through making decisions in your business. And that's operational efficiency. If you're able to move through decision making easier, you are going to free up time for yourself. You're going to reduce the stress of lingering and indecisiveness, and you get to move through that decision and on to the next thing in your business. Creating operational efficiency in your business effectively patches up the holes in your boat so that you can stop wasting time, energy, effort, labor, supplies, and you can run your business at peak performance. Here's my important piece of advice, though. Do not patch your holes half-assed. And what I mean by that is by creating a little efficiency here and a little efficiency there, and meaning you don't take it to the finish line. You have all these half-assed projects of creating SOPs or updating the way in which you work. By doing that, you are not actually patching the holes sufficiently and thoroughly. By creating total efficiency in one area of your business, then moving on to the next, you will be able to patch those holes permanently. Otherwise, those holes will consistently be springing leaks and you will have to keep patching them up, thus reducing your efficiency. I do not want you to have to keep patching the same holes over and over. These should be projects that you and your team are focusing on to create these efficiencies so thoroughly that you never have to look at it again unless there's an update. And it's the maintenance of the systems and it's a maintenance of the processes. But it is still done enough to give you the results of being effective and thus helping you increase your profitability and decrease stress. If you would like coaching, training, and accountability support so that you can run your business more efficiently, then I invite you to join us inside Leverage Lab. You can head on over to amberdelagarza.com/Leverage Lab. If you heard me talk today and you're like, yes, I need efficiency there. Yes. Oh my gosh, that area creates so much stress. Yes. Yes. The inefficiency is having so many fires and I feel like my business and my day and my weeks are in chaos and I'm overwhelmed. Then I truly believe that getting the guidance of coaching, training, and accountability to focus on this area in your business will serve you now and your business way into the future. I have loved having you listen to this episode of Productivity Straight Talk, and I sure hope you found the insights and discussion and conversation around operational efficiency to be valuable. But I need to be straight with you. No change, no change. Without taking action, nothing will change for you or your business. So, what is one hole in your boat that you can start patching today? I want you to start there and then take that reclaimed time by creating operational efficiency to invest in patching the next hole. If you're looking to get additional support in creating operational efficiency in your business, I would love to work with you. One of the ways that we could work together is inside my Leverage Lab program. Inside Leverage Lab, I personally coach you on how to run your business more efficiently, improve your time management, build and lead your team confidently, and make the right strategic decisions to lower your stress and increase your profitability. If that's the type of support that you're looking for in your business, then I invite you to join me inside Leverage Lab. You can learn more and join us by heading on over to amberdelagarza.com/Leverage Lab. Again, that's amberdelagarza.com/Leverage Lab. And before we close out, I want to remind you that if this is your first time listening or you've listened a few times and you have not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast player so you don't miss another episode. And this week, I would like to send a special thank you to Mommy Account is her username, who left me an amazing review in iTunes. She said, "So glad I found your podcast. I love it. Best tips shared for all small and large business owners. Each episode I listen to, I take notes and try to put all the tips into practice. So much great advice that there's times I have to go back and listen to an episode again for a refresher. The business knowledge shared is incredible." Thank you so much, Mommy Account, for leaving this kind review. If you would be so gracious to also leave me a review if you have found this episode and Productivity Straight Talk to be of value to you, I would be incredibly grateful. So that's my Straight Talk for today. Until next time, have a productive week.